it keeps you very busy, that's for sure. You've got to keep on track of what's happening in IT as well as what's happening in your own projects. So those are the main challenges, I would say, because just technology changes so quickly that you can miss out on stuff very easily. I don't think I've been discriminated against. There's been a few times where people have been surprised that I'm a woman, if that makes sense. So, a couple of people have said, how come you're in IT? Surely that's a very male industry. But I think it's more out of curiosity because certainly there aren't a lot of us. But I think just because they may not have come across many women that were working in IT, but we are out there.
It's surprising. It's incredible. I worked in a large team of about 30 programmers, and only 2 of them were female. It is very, very rare. Even in education, at university, there was only 2 modules we had 1 female on. There were other courses that had higher percentage with programming, but not the ones I was on. I'm not sure why. Have you ever been discriminated against in your industry? Oh. Only casually, and only without any intention. The classic one is being invited to family events or things where they expect you to have a female partner. That's the usual one, where everyone always makes the assumption that you're straight. No, I've never been directly discriminated against. It's just feels lonely and different. That's the main thing. Basically, the internet just showed its darker side of very angry young male teens and very chauvinistic men, where any discussion around gaming by a female audience was shot down and attacked. One of the topics that they latched onto is that there are not enough female lead roles in games, where you always end up playing as a male protagonist. And while some studios have done it well, others haven't. And there's been a lot of attack of any type of discussion over equality or balance in games. And it got to the point where the journalists who were trying to debate and discuss it were getting death threats and horrible attacks online. So it's a rather dark moment for trying to move the industry forwards. Yes and no. I don't think the industry is going to move forwards as a whole in one big step. I think there's going to be small startups and small companies that push it forwards, and bigger companies that can take a risk because it's not their only investment. So I think there's going to be a lot of small steps. You're going to see it in things like, where's a good example? Dishonored 2 is coming out. It's being done by a huge company, and the first game you played as a male protagonist who was saving the girl. It was very clear. In the sequel, though, you actually get to play as the girl now and be the hero as well. You still have the choice of the male lead, but you don't have to take the male lead. So it's definitely moving on. That would be good, especially as the publicity over the recent football matches have been really good. The amount of women's football being shown on TV now has certainly increased, and the buzz around it is improving. So yes, I think that will definitely help.
Yeah, so I work in a side of IT that's very business focused. So yes, it's less about entertainment and gaming. It's more about taking processes that everybody has to go through, like completing a timesheet or booking your holiday, and creating solutions to do those. So generally the focus of the projects that you're working on is about making something more efficient, or saving somebody time or money, or helping people to connect better, especially with the amount of devices that people work on now. There's a lot of older systems that companies use because they work very well in those functions, but they don't necessarily work that well with an iPad. So there's a lot of trying to transition things across to how how people work with their own personal devices, and everybody's used to using your mobile for checking your email and accessing the things you want to, but the business world is a little bit slower catching up with that.